Factorio Final 2.1 beta is live, and it changes everything. Stop what you are doing because we are breaking all the changes and shiny brand new toys that will push your factory to the absolute limit. Let's go! Starting with completely new item, Cargo Bay Extractor, an extension to orbital path, from where you can pull out items via inserters. When holding it, you can see the max area that you can place it around the landing pad. So remember to place them in the most optimal way. Labs can be connected to the circuit network, reading their contents, research cost and technology level. Also, we can finally set current research based on conditions. So no more wasting any time and any science packs. As we all thought, quality modules has been disallowed in crushers. No more as easy, good and efficient quality materials factories. Space casinos are officially dead. Now nests will emit a cloud of damaging acid if they are blocked from spawning units. Michael Hendricks, it is definitely your fault here. Radars have new universe mode that allows to send signals in between everywhere. Set channel on radar 1 and the same one on the second and connect them anywhere. Agricultural tower now have 3 different input conditions, 1 general and 2 more specific ones to fully maximize efficiency of harvesting and planting. Now let's see new things with siloses. Rocket silo gets new working animation and now has logic network connection visible. It is this blue chest here. Rocket launch animation time scales slightly with rocket silos quality. The rocket inventory is now dynamic, so via automatic requests you can send different items in one rocket. In Platform Hub we can finally set requests via circuit network. Also now we have option Send to Platform, which sends signals of what's inside of it to the Space Platform Surface Network. Now it's time for upgraded looks of old machines. Raffinery gets new look and working animation. Assemblers got new look and working animation. Pumps get new wagon connection animation. Heat exchanger also gets new look and working animation. Now on Vanilla Space Age, planets are visible in the background of space platforms. No need of mods for that. Plants growing animation was improved, and for freshly new planted ones added mounts, to be easier to differentiate from others. That works for both gleba plants and now these trees. Trees can now be planted on sand, but still not on landfill. New look of Demolisher on Volcanoes. New look of gleba or rocks. Few achievements got new icons, and those are Automate This, Eco and Friendly, Steamrolled, I am the destroyer of the world. Today's fish is torta a la cream. Completely new look of volcanoes rocks to better fit the planet's environment. Fulgora's oily oceans now features decorative ruins. Now time for huge circuit network changes. Added time mode to selector combinator. Now you can read game tick, day tick and day length. Pipes can be connected to the circuit network. Now with ease you can make valves, read the temperature of fluids inside, or just see how much of fluid you have inside pipes. Same as normal ones, heat pipes can also be connected to the circuit network, reading their temperature. Boilers and heat exchangers can also be connected to the circuit network, and landmines can also be connected to the circuit network. I don't see any use for it for now, but I'm waiting for your ideas. In requester and buffer chest you can have now set request and read contents options at the same time. Now let's see if WUBE can bring trains back from dead. Now storage tank, both cargo wagons and locomotives get upgrades from quality, so we can get maximum of 62k of fluid in legendary tank, 100 slots for legendary cargo wagon, 125k of fluid in legendary fluid wagon, and quicker acceleration and bigger max speed in quality locomotives. Now you can mark trains to upgrade via Upgrade Planner. When you want to upgrade, it will only happen when train is on the manual mode, or it can be in automatic mode, but the upgrade will only happen when the train is waiting on the station. Pumps can now connect to different parts of fluid wagon from both sides at the same time. Pumps can now connect to wagons on curved rails, or when they are not aligned perfectly. Flipomania has begun. Now you can flip pump jacks to easier connect them to pipelines, and also burner mining drills, for whatever reason you could think of. Flipping inserters in vertical position allows you to choose on which side of belt items will be put, and as now inserters can be flipped, flipping blueprints is more reliable. Huge changes to shotguns. Both shotguns no longer slow the player when shooting. Shotgun piercing shell recipe cost is reduced from 5 copper plates, 2 steel plates and 2 normal shells, to only 2 copper plates, 1 steel plate and 2 shotgun shells. Piercing shotgun shells are moved from military 4 to military 3 technology. Also combat shotgun is moved from military 3 to military 4 technology. And now some stat changes. Piercing shotgun shells damage is buffed from 8 to 12. Combat shotgun damage bonus goes from 20% to 50%. Shotgun bullets hit effect slows down enemies a little bit. Shotgun shooting speed is buffed from 1 per second to 1.5 per second. Now space. And here we go. Asteroid rendering is improved. That means CPU band per performance boosts. Finally, more UPSs on the way to Shattered Planet. Space Platform Hub now has 5000 health and now has 50% asteroid impact resistance. Asteroids now can do damage when colliding with spaceship entities, and they aren't more slowed down by that. Space platforms now wait in orbit until all drop slots are empty. Now space platforms have a request priority for foundation tiles and cargo bays. Also now construction requests include unbuildable ghosts again. Cargo landing pad can now have read contents and set request circuit network options active at the same time. Now you can connect any building on space platform to its local circuit network wirelessly. Stay with me here, as we are not finished yet. Huge Fulgora nerf. Hazard and refined hazard concrete now recycles into the recipe ingredients, instead of their base concrete versions. Unlocking coal synthesis recipe is moved from rocket turret research to bioflux processing technology. Solar system edge space location is now a separate technology for researching. Biter egg and nutrients from biter egg recipes are now unlocked by biter egg handling technology. Flamethrower can now be placed similarly to railguns, in 8 ways, instead of 4. The flamethrower circle is now possible. Space Age turrets are getting health buffs. Tesla health is doubled, going from 1000 to 2000, and Rocket's health is nearly tripled, going from 400 to 1500. Quality mod can now be disabled when using Space Age mod. Before this change you had to have it to play Space Age. Add a separate mod for just the recycle. Pistols now recycled back into themselves instead of the recipe ingredients. No more infinite respawn material creation. Acid neutralization fluids and crafting time are reduced by 10 times. Centrifuges now stack only to 10. Remote view activates chunks when zoomed in, so fish and biters can move around. Minimap can now be zoomed using Shift plus mouse wheel keybind. Elevated rays can now be placed above cargo bays, but if you do that, those rays will block bay from receiving any pods from orbit. Now, if you attempt to connect a building with a fluid that is not allowed, you will get a warning, so maybe don't do that. Added setting to enable or disable pipeline visualization when you hold a fluid-related item. Added new shortcut called Toggle Visibility of All Entities. When activated, makes elevated rays translucent and unselectable. Added new hotkey, Snap to Grid. It's unbounded by default, but if you use it while holding blueprint, it will enable snapping of that blueprint. Now you can pin Factoriopedia for it to stay opened when you do other things. Also now you can click this button to hide all the unresearched recipes, items and buildings. Now pipeline visualization when holding a fluid related entity will only be shown in Alt mode. Nests now have smaller spawning range, but the precision is increased. And that's all for now. That will be a part of the last major Factorio update. Be sure to comment below if I missed something, write all of your thoughts about the changes, and see you in the Space Age.